ground ball up the left side. Pass, roll in. One will score. It's in the gap. It gets by the outfielders. Jordheim goes back. Two will score. Here's the throw down to third. Not in time as Welsh.
Ivy throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single.
Called strike three.
Halsted Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on your live event.
And welcome to this contest here on yourliveevent.com. The final game of this 4-game set for the Region 1 baseball tournament. This is our Erie Insurance pregame show between the Central Cass Squirrels and the Northern Cass Jaguars. Winner advances to the semifinals upcoming here on Saturday morning, while the loser will play in an elimination game later on Saturday afternoon. Winner will play Fargo Oak Grove. The loser of this contest will play the Oaks Tornadoes at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. I'm Chase Miller. He's Reggie Funk, and this is our Erie Insurance pregame show. For more information, you can go online to erieins.com. That again is erieins.com. Northern Cass 11-5 on this season. Central Cass sits at 9-6. Taking a look at Northern Cass, their last game out on May the 12th, defeated Hillsborough Central Valley in a non-region contest 7-4, going up against the Burros here at home for Northern Cass. They're under the guidance of head coach Sam Johnson. Keegan Neva will be playing shortstop today. Osi will be playing second. Trey Huzar will be on the on-deck, will be on the mound here in this contest for the Central Cass Squirrels. Owen Cates on the mound. Converbig is going to be at second. Maggio at shortstop. We'll take a look at the starting lineups and return on our Erie Insurance pregame show next here on yourliveevent.com. Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
As we continue on our Erie Insurance pregame show here for the Central Cass Squirrels and Northern Cass Jaguars, take a look at the starting lineups here. First for the visitors on our Bank North scoreboard, the number 3 seed Central Cass going up against a 2 seed here in Northern Cass. The Squirrels will go like this. Logan Broughton, a junior left fielder, batting leadoff. Sam Converbig, the senior second baseman, batting second. Braden Mitchell, the junior catcher, batting third. Carter Maggio, the junior shortstop, batting cleanup. Carter Verkota, the junior center fielder, followed by Drew Showmaker, here the senior designated hitter for Joe. Eli Boer, the junior third baseman, batting seventh. Cole Holzer, the junior first baseman, followed by Mason Bussey, batting ninth for the senior right fielder. And Owen Cates, again, the junior pitcher here for the Squirrels. So Broughton, Converbig, Mitchell, Maggio, Verkota, Schumacher, Boer, Holzer, and Bussey. For the Northern Cass Jaguars, they'll go like this. Matthew Metzger batting leadoff for the sophomore center fielder. Jacob Osi, the sophomore second baseman, batting second. Keegan Neva, the senior shortstop, batting third. Trey Huzar, the sophomore pitcher, batting cleanup. Sam Kleeman, the sophomore first baseman, batting fifth. Jackson Hill, the senior right fielder, 6th. Carter Waitson, the sophomore catcher, 7th. Westland, the junior left fielder, batting 8th. And then from there, you're going to have Chris Hoyland, the freshman third baseman, batting 9th here today for Northern Cass. So again, Metzger, O.C. Neva, Huszar, Kleeman, Hill, Waitson, Westland, and Hoyland here for the Northern Cass Jaguars. That's a look at our starting lineups here on our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, you can go online to irieins.com. That again is irieins.com here in this contest between the Northern Cass Jaguars and the Central Cass Squirrels. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll recap what happened earlier in the day of the Region 1 baseball tournament here on yourliveevent.com.
One size does not fit all. As a small business employer, you have many great benefit options. Hello, Angela here with the Irie Insurance Benefits Connect team. We know shopping for employee insurance benefits can be a confusing and intimidating task for employers. Not to mention one more thing on your plate. Let Irie Insurance Benefits Connect guide you through the process. We take a unique approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more, go to IrieInsurance.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts, from edible bean equipment to air compressors and pressure washers. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their Ariat clothing selection at Emery Vistos Implement. Anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or go online to vistoimplement.com. That's vistoimplement.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
Here in Enderlin, again, it's the Irie Insurance pregame show as the teams are going to get announced here momentarily. Let's take a look at what happened earlier today in the Region 1 baseball tournament here. 17-7, Central Cass 1-5, able to have 3 home runs in that contest to get here over the Enderlin Eagles. Game number 1 of the day, Fargo Oak Grove beyond Ashies, 2 for 4 day with 3 runs driven in. Made it 3-2 in favor of the Oaks Tornadoes as they fended off 2 runs late in the 7th against Oaks in the win. Fletcher Wilprecht did the complete game, 11 strikeouts, 2 walks in the loss. 3 runs were unearned. Oaks had to go up against Grayson Doctor, who went 5 1/3 innings for Oak Grove in the win. Then the Grovers came and took down the number 1 overall seed in the Kindred Richland Vikings by a final of 5-3. In that game, Mason Hermstead went 4 for 4 from the plate with 3 singles, 2 a run driven in, and also a double as well. As Oak Grove with Cameron Liebel came on for 4 1/3 innings of work and able to have a run and 2 hits as well for Oak Grove in the win. Coming in relief, Jorgen Swenson, 4 1/3 innings, 10 strikeouts, 5 hits, and a run against him as well. There was Jorgen Swenson for the Kindred Richland Vikings. So now we get to Northern Cass and Central Cass as the Jags are taking the field. They're going to be in their black uniforms with Northern Cass in cursive in the front in gold with the white numerals in the back with the gold trim down either pant leg. For the Central Cass Squirrels, they'll be in their red tops with the squirrels across the front here in white for Central Cass with the white pants. Head coach is here in this one, Dustin Maggio, the head coach for Central Cass. Northern Cass under the guidance of Sam Johnson. Northern Cass will be the home team on the scoreboard, while Central Cass will be the visitors. Calling balls and strikes here in this contest is Pat Adair. On the first baseline is Cal Hambry and Eric Olson at third. We'll take a break. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more information, go online to irieins.com. When we come back after this, it is the first pitch here in Enderlin between the Jags and the Squirrels on yourliveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
As we have our 2 cameras set up here today, again in Enderlin, the center field cam, and also we have up the first base line here, as it's Northern Cass and Central Cass here on yourliveevent.com. And it's the first time that we've seen an extended amount of daylight making its way through the clouds here in Enderlin today as we start our coverage at noon. And the final game here between Northern Cass and Central Cass here of this first of 2 days in Enderlin. First pitch at 7:28 is the first pitch. And this will be in there for a strike to Logan Broughton. So Logan Broughton again batting leadoff here for the Squirrels. Trey Huzar on the mound. This one is going to be fouled up the first base line. Now 0-2. Westland in left field, followed by Metzger in center. Hill is in right for Northern Cass. Hoyland in third base, Neva at short, O.C. at second, and Clemenby at first base. Then Waits in behind the plate. Now it's 1-2. Winner of this game is one step closer getting to the championship series. Here's the 1-2 offering for Trey Huzar. That'll be in the dirt at 2-2. The loser of this game goes right into elimination mode against the Oaks Tornadoes coming up on Saturday. It'll be game 2 of 4 here on your live event. Off speed, strike 3 looking, and Trey Huzar, first man up. Logan Broughton takes 5 pitches, but he strikes out for out number 1 here in the top of the first inning. So the Grovers, 1-1, 1-2. They're in the semifinals. Central Cass 1-10. Now what will Northern Cass and the Squirrels bring here in our final game? They will look to check up the first base line, not going as Covervig. Now it's 1-0. 17th game of the season here for Northern Cass. Game number 16 for the Central Cass Squirrels. The pitch. That'll miss for a ball at 2-0. Taking a look at these two teams. Northern Cass trying to win a region title and first and foremost get back to where they were last year. This one is going to be hit on the ground. Trey Huzar able to field his position cleanly 1-3 on the putout, now 2 down. But for these teams, and we mentioned Northern Cass trying to do something they haven't done in a little while, that's win the Region 1 championship. 2016, the last time the Jags won. Since then, Kindred Richland has won once, Central Cass has won twice, and Enderlin Maple Valley, the co-op, won 2 times in 18 and 19, as this one is in the dirt to Mitchell, now 1-0. Braden Mitchell, part of our Enbridge Energy players of the game. As here comes the 1-0 pitch on the way. That'll miss for a ball, now at 2-0. As everyone up and down the lineup, 1 through 9 for Central Cass against Interland, found a way to get a board, get a run, get a hit in their game against the Eagles. Here's the 2-0. That'll be in the dirt, now 3-0. Trey Huzar, part of a very good pitching staff here for Coach Sam Johnson and Northern Cass, between Neva, OC, and alongside what we've seen from Trey Huzar. And the 3-0 in there for a strike, now 3-1. See what Braden Mitchell, he's got home run power, can do here with the 3-1 offering. This one is going to be hit in the air. That's going to be diving in front of the right fielder, Heel. And it's an opposite field single here for Braden Mitchell, and the Central Cass Squirrels have their first base runner of the contest. Carter Maggio, the junior shortstop, and we'll have a courtesy runner coming on here for Central Cass as Cooper Johnson will come on. Cooper Johnson came in with a couple of courtesy run scores for the Squirrels in the last contest. As Brady Mitchell, the catcher, will get into the dugout and get his catcher's gear on with Carter Maggio digging in. And the pitch, as you'll have Clement holding on the runner at first base, and Cooper Johnson, who slides back safely. Here's the pitch upcoming. Johnson stays put. This one is fouled but not tipped, as Cooper Johnson's going to go down to second base here as he rounds second. So the Squirrels now will have a runner in scoring position, as this will be a 0-1 pitch upcoming here. As now Carter Maggio works behind the count. 0-1, that'll miss for a ball at 1-1 strike. Our coverage on Saturday begins at 11 o'clock in the morning with the semifinals, and 3 consecutive elimination games will follow that on Saturday here on your live event in Enderlin. Swung on and miss. Those will be 1 and 2. And then reminder, the Region 1 softball tournament gets underway in Kindred on 10 o'clock in the morning. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. But right now the catcher waits and has to throw down to the first baseman. They do in time with the strikeout, 2-3 to retire the side. So there was no runs on a hit, no errors, and a runner left on base on the Bank North scoreboard. Northern Cass coming to the plate for the first time when we return on your live event.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Bottom of the first inning we go. It's going to be Metzger, OC Neva here for Northern Cass, going up against Owen Cates here on the mound for the Central Cass Squirrels for the junior pitcher. Then from there, Trey Huzar, Sam Clement batting 5th, Jackson Hill The senior right fielders 6 with Carter Wadeson, Westland, and Hoyland 7, 8, and 9 for Northern Cass. So the Jags, the 2 seed, Central Cass, the 3 seed again, entering this Region 1 baseball tournament. Take a look at what Northern Cass did a season ago, making it to that championship where they faced off with Central Cass, eventually succumbing to the Squirrels in Castleton. Northern Cass, the 2 seed last year, lost in this round to Kindred Richland 5-1 in a game that had to be paused in Kindred and resumed then in Enderlin. As right now we'll have a 2-0 count upcoming here to Metzger. From there, the Jags able to defeat Oaks 13-3 and then beat Oak Grove 5-4, beat Kindred Richland 3-1. So they showed their resiliency last year coming through the losers bracket to get all the way to the championship. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the way here to Metzger as Kate Stiggs in with Eli Boer in on the grass at third. This one will be in there for a strike on the way here to Metzger. Here's the pitch on the way, and that's going to be a walk here to Metzger. So a walk on the way as OC will step up to the plate. OC, the sophomore second baseman, as you'll have Holzer holding on the runner at first base. Covervig at second with Maggio at short. Dakota in center with Broughton in left field and Bussey in right. The right fielder here in OC digs in. This one going to be a bunt, and it's going to be foul ball. It'll be 0-1 on the way here with OC. Keegan Neva on the on-deck circle here for Northern Cass. What we know here between these 2 teams is there is a chance for possibly these 2 to meet in the championship series. Moving on a little bit later again. But the loser of this game has a lot more work to do than what the winner of this game will have in front of them. The winner, you win one more time, you're in the championship. And quickly on Saturday at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you're going to know if you won or you have to go into that loser out game on Monday. The pitch swung on. Here's a quick throw, and that'll be to Holzer as he's able to glove it before it goes into right, now 1-2. But you win this game, you just have to worry about 1 game on Saturday. You lose this game, then you have to worry about 2 games on Saturday afternoon into the evening. Runner at first stays put. The pitch, breaking ball that'll be up the right field line, and that's going to dive in front of the right fielder here in Bussey, who brings it back in, and it's going to be a single. Good attempt, though, by Bussey to try to grab that baseball, and now it will be OC at first base, Metzger at second. Be a base knock on the way here, and the Jags are knocking on the door here in the bottom of the first on our Bank North scoreboard. Oak Grove has already played 2 games here in the tournament, as Mitchell's going to come out and talk with Cates here, make sure they got the signs right with the runner in scoring position. Kindred Richland just with 1 game. Enderlin so far with 2, with the play-in on Tuesday and a game today. Second game for the Squirrels and first game of the tournament here for Northern Cass, and the Jags looking to pounce here on the Squirrels in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch on the way to Keegan Neva. First pitch swinging, this one fouled back as the catcher Mitchell will come out of the zone, and that'll be now 0-1. But you just give yourself a chance. Here today is really about positioning and moving day a little bit in this Region 1 tournament to understand how the situation works, and for each of these coaches to figure out how their pitching staffs will get utilized moving forward. Always difficult. Do you throw your ace out there in the first game? Do you maybe keep your ace for a little bit later on in the tournament? Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. That'll be in there. Strike to Keegan Neva, now 0-2. And then maybe you throw one of your guys and you try to get 60 pitches, utilize him later on in the tournament as well. So always interesting to see how some coaches will go out there and utilize their pitching staffs. 0-2, this one is popped up and playable. Here comes Holzer, and Neva is retired for the first out here at the bottom of the first inning. Trey Hussar due up next, the sophomore pitcher, batting cleanup here and a chance to help his own cause. So Trey Hussar here, the sophomore, will dig in with runners at first and second for Northern Cass. Leading off at second base is Metzger, OC at first. Holzer playing in front of the runner at first base. The pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Mitchell. Now it'll be 1-0. So Saturday's schedule games are scheduled for 11, 1, 3, and 5, but what we're seeing today might be more 11, 1:30, 4 o'clock, and then from there probably closer to a 6:30 final game. The pitch, this one will be in the dirt, now 2-0. Busy day, especially if you're a multi-sport athlete this week on a baseball team with track and field coming up tomorrow in Castleton for the regional tournament, and then you'll be back on the baseball diamond again on Saturday. We're a week away from the state track and field meet in Bismarck. Here's the pitch. This one is going to be hit in the air, and that is going to be a line drive to Bussey. Sam Johnson puts their hands up as they hit the relay man to Cole Holzer, but it's a hard-hit single here for Trey Hussar, and bases are full of Jags. Metzger at third, OC at second. Trey now is at first base here, and the bases are full for Northern Cass. That was smoked by Trey Hussar that everybody kind of froze to make sure that got through the infield. They didn't want to get picked off, and then how quickly Bussey got that one back in to the infield will make the bases loaded now as the Squirrels will come in on the grass here, 1 through 4 of the infielders as Sam Clement is stepping up. So Kleeman here. This one will be for a ball, now 1-0 to Kleeman for the sophomore first baseman. Outfield playing straight away, 285 straight down the right field line, and it jets out, 325 to center, and 370 down the left field line here at Hendrickson Field. Here's the 1-0 offering. Foul tip, now 1-1. So leadoff walk to Metzger, OC with a single, pop out with Neva, then a single by Trey Hussar. And the Jags have a chance here to get the first run of the game on our Bank North scoreboard. Central Cass with a 2-out single went awry. They will send Dakota, Shoemaker, and Boer 5, 6, and 7 in the top of the second to the plate. But right now, what will the Jags do here? Bases loaded. That'll miss up high for a ball at 2-1. Currently in Enderlin, overcast skies, starting to see that sun starting to set a little bit in the western sky. 52 degrees. As this one is going to be in there for a strike. And look at my cameraman, Reggie. It was 60 degrees at noon, and we've just slowly gone downhill since then. He's in shorts for crying out loud. Reggie is a true upper Midwestern, North Dakota, Minnesota kind of guy. 50 degrees, put on the shorts. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This is going to be a grounder. Cates is going to field it, tries to go home, unable to do so. That was about the best play Cates could have done, or try to allow Eli Boer to maybe pick it up in front of him. But Cates was a little bit off-balanced, and that was the best opportunity. Really nice play by Metzger going off on that one from third base to home. So it's going to be an infield base knock on the way here for Sam. It's a run driven in as well. Metzger comes in to score. OC at third. Hussar is going to be at at second. And Kleeman now at first base as Jackson Hill takes the ball at 1-0. So Northern Cass with the RBI here in the top of the first inning as they lead it 1-0 in favor of the Jags. This one going to be fouled at 1-1. And going back to that hit for Sam, he got jammed, but if Cates would have went anywhere else, the third baseman is already coming in. You can't go to third. If you try to go to first, your momentum's taking you to third base. So he did about the best job he could in that situation to try to get the runner at home. Here's the 1-1. This one is going to be fouled to the concession stands now at 1-2 strikes. So Cates right now trying to work a little bit in this contest. Batter number 6 here for Northern Cass in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the 1-2 offering from Cates. Breaking ball, strike 3 looking, and a large out number 2 here for Owen Cates. Second out of the inning. And now it's to Carter Wadeson here, the sophomore catcher. Bases full of Jags as the infield now will go back to their normal positions. Outfield playing straight away. The pitch on the way for Cates. This will be in there for a strike at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on the way here as the batter waits in righty versus righty. And the pitch. Breaking ball. This one's going to be hit in the air to center. Going to die a little bit. Dakota is there to retire the side. Northern Cass able to score 1 run on our Bank North scoreboard as they had 3 hits come across, no errors, and 3 runners left on base. 1 complete. It's Northern Cass 1, Central Cass scoreless. The Squirrels coming to the plate next on your liveevent.com.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow in the new space and move forward with excellence.
Top of the second inning we go here in Enderlin. Would like to thank all the Region 1 athletic directors allowing us to be here. Also, those kind of working behind the scenes, whether it's a Galvin Kraft here in Enderlin, Coach Brotland and his staff and crew here making sure the base pass and everything is good with the infield, the chalk lines in between each game. Also, Brent Wolf from Fargo Oak Grove and the North Dakota High School Activities Association for allowing us to be here as well here in Enderlin. So 1-0 in favor of Northern Cass as we go to the top of the second. Dakota, Shoemaker, and Eli Boer, and Dakota takes a ball, now 1-0. Final game of 4 here today in Enderlin. Here's the 1-0 offering. That'll miss for a ball, now 2-0. For Trey Huzar right now, the lefty, the 2-0 pitch upcoming. That'll miss for a ball at 3-0. See Northern Cass play down in this particular, well, everybody played a Enderlin baseball jamboree in April to come down here. The 3-0 pitch in there for a strike at 3-1. Northern Cass with Trey Huzar was able to pitch in one of those games. This one will be in there for a strike now at 3-2. Keegan Neva had a complete game win against Central Cass earlier here this season. The pitch is going to be hit on the ground. I mean, a 2-hopper to Osi goes to Clement 4-3, and 1 down here. Shoemaker will step up to the plate. But in the contest, back on April 28th, Northern Cass plated 5 runs across in the second inning. Central Cass just scored 2 runs in a 5-2 win for Northern Cass against the Squirrels here in Enderlin. Neva again went the complete game. Here's the pitch upcoming here. This is going to be a little 3-grounder to Neva. Goes 6-3 to Kleeman. Now it's a pair of groundouts here in the second inning. From there for Northern Cass, Jacob Osi went 7 innings in their 4-3 win over Fargo Oak Grove on April the 28th. And then from there you had Parker Anderson to go 6 against Kinder Richland. As this one's going to hit Eli Boer here. So Boer will take the first free pass for Central Cass here and have a runner now at first base. And then from there for Northern Cass, they were able to come out and have Metzger and Huzar. Huzar came in relief in that game against the Bull Stars. Went 2 innings with 6 strikeouts. Struck out the side in the 5th and the 6th as Northern Cass won 12-1 over the Bull Stars. So this has been a good venue from a Northern Cass point of view. For Central Cass, they finished off that Enderlin Baseball Jamboree against Oaks in what was a very good game. And this one going to get them picked off. Caught leaning a little bit was Eli Boer, and that'll retire the side here with a pickoff at first base. No runs, there were no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. An inning and a half complete on our Bank North scoreboard. The Jags up by 1.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Tomorrow is happening right now. Today, more than ever, the world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. That's why Enbridge is advancing new technologies to reduce emissions, like carbon capture and hydrogen power. By putting in the work today, we're bridging to a cleaner energy future. Tomorrow is on. Enbridge. Life takes energy.
Eli Boer was caught at first base on the pickoff there with Trey Huzar. So 3 batters up, and that was it here for Central Cass in the second, as you'll handle the 8, 9, and 1 batters due up then for the Squirrels in the top of the third. But as we go to the bottom of the second inning, Northern Cass will send 8, 9, 1 batters against Owen Cates. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped, and this will be off of Mitchell, and you hope that Mitchell's going to be able to wear that one and be all right. The weather that we're having here today is better than what we had in April when the Enderlin Baseball Jamboree was coming on, but not too much warmer. Saturday looks a little bit better from what we saw. Here's the 0-1 pitch as Mitchell looks to be all right. Cates, this is going to be hit in the air. That's to left field. Broughton has to come on his horse. The center fielder, Dakota, will call him off. That'll be a fly out to the center fielder. Good job by Dakota. Broughton took a step or 2 back and left, and then Dakota came in and hustled after it, as you have Westland retired on 2 pitches, and Chris Hoyland will step up. Central Cass and Oaks played again in that Enderlin Baseball Jamboree, the final game of 12 here in Enderlin. 13-9, had a 15-minute rain delay. Took 2 hours and 55 minutes to play that contest. And Oaks won 13-9 in a back-and-forth affair. This is going to be hit in the air. Going is the right fielder, Bussey, as he's going to have enough time to camp out underneath it. And 2 pitches, and now a fly out to the right fielder here to Bussey. So Metzger will step up, walked his last time up, and came in and scored as well. It's the only run so far here in this contest. As here's going to be the pitch, as this will be fouled off at 0-1. Northern Cass right now looking for a 2-out rally, while for the Squirrels, Owen Cates looking for a nice tidy bottom of the second inning here in Enderlin. It's going to be hit on the ground, and that's going to be to the shortstop, Majo Bobble, that throws, and that's going to be an E6. So Metzger goes E6 on this one. That'll be the first error of the day here for Central Cass in the field against Northern Cass, and now you give the Jags an extra out to work with here in the second inning. Just kind of ate up Majo a little bit at shortstop, as you have Jacob Osee with a single his last time up, able to reach third base before he was cut off there. So a runner at first, and Metzger being held on by Holzer. Cates works from the stretch. Runner goes. This one will be in the dirt, and unable to do anything is Mitchell with that one. And stealing base is going to be Metzger now in scoring position. So 1-0 on the way here, as you'll have a runner again in scoring position here for Northern Cass, as Cates looks in against the batter, Osee. 1-0 is going to be hit on the ground. That's the third baseman on the two-hopper. Boer with a nice flip to Holzer. 5-3. The error does not cost Central Cast. No runs. There were no hits, an error, and one runner left on base. 2 complete on our Bank North scoreboard. We go to the third. It's 1-0 in favor of Northern Cass on your live event.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Here in the top of the third inning from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin, 1-0 in favor of Northern Cass. Here in this double elimination part of the tournament, there is one playing game. Enderlin defeated the Ball Stars of the Hankinson Fairmount Camel Tinta Rosso Lidgerwood Co-op. And then you get to this point of the tournament, double elimination, win or lose, your season is still alive. As the pitch coming up to Cole Holzer is going to be in there for a strike. So Holzer, Bussey, and then it goes to the top of the lineup here to Broughton in the top of the third inning. 27 pitches thrown so far for Trey Hussar. The 0-1 is missed outside for a ball. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Hussar right now looks into Holzer and the 1-1 offering. That one's going to be in there for a strike at 1-2. Yeah, boys golf going on right now. Northern Cass co-ops with West Fargo for girls soccer, track and field, softball. Spring is a busy time, but it's winding to an end here in high school sports as Holzer sends this one right over, and our cameraman Reggie and I both flinched at the same time as for a second off the bat. That looked like it was a screamer in the press box. We missed one by about 5 feet earlier today. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3 looking. And Trey Hussar gets his third strikeout of the late afternoon. I suppose it's evening now. It all kind of brings itself in together when you're at a ballpark for first game starting at noon today. As Mason Bussey right now will step in, batter number 9 here against Hussar. The pitch, that'll be low for a ball at 1-0. Mason Bussey, the senior right fielder, here for the Central Cass Squirrels, going up against Trey Hussar on the mound and the offering. 1-0 foul back, and that'll be 1-1. This season on yourliveevent.com, we will also have some all-star games here in the month of June and July. Here's the 1-1 offering on the way. This will miss for a ball at 2-1. The Shields Softball All-Star Series, the first Monday and Tuesday of June, that 5th and the 6th, and Fargo and Bismarck for the All-Stars in high school softball. The 2-1 is missed for a ball at 3-1. Then the Optimist Volleyball Series the following Monday, Tuesday in June. Shrine Bowl comes up on the 24th in Mayville. This is foul back. We'll have that in conjunction with the Three Borders Network, and then we'll put a ball in our All-Star Summer Series with the Lions All-Star Basketball Series the Monday, Tuesday after July 4th, that 10th and 11th. Here's the full count, and that'll be just off the plate, and that'll be a walk on the way here. So Bussey will get his second free pass against Trey Hussar. So the first time through the lineup, Hussar with 3 strikeouts, 1 hit, a single with Mitchell, and a pair of walks, a hit batter with Boer, and a single with Bussey. So now it's Logan Broughton as you have the runner at first base here in Bussey with Kleeman holding him on. This one is going to be bunted up the first base line. As fielding that one is going to be Hussar. Going to second base is going to be Bussey, but now there's 2 outs here. Broughton with a nicely executed bunt to bring up Sam Covervig. So Covervig will come up for Central Cass. Covervig had 3 runs driven in with a hit in their last game against the Enderlin Eagles, and he'll look to keep the line moving here against Huszar in the top of the 3rd inning. Sam Covervig grounded out to Trey his last time up. So runner at second is Mason Bussey. The first time against Huszar, the Squirrels have a runner in scoring position. This one will be in there for a strike at 0-1. Northern Cass, they will send up the heart of their order. Neva, Huszar, and Clement, the 3, 4, and 5 batters due up in the bottom half of the frame. This is going to be in the dirt. Good job by Wadeson. Able to block that one. Now it's going to be 1-1. Holding him on at second base is OC here for Northern Cass, trying to keep Bussey as close to the base as possible. Covervig hits one on the ground. The third baseman will come in. Hoyland goes across 5-3 to retire the side. So Huszar has gone up against 4 batters in the first, 3 in the second, now 4 here in the third. A 1-out walk goes awry. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base as we go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's Northern Cass coming to the plate up by 1.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Bottom of the 3rd inning here on our Bank North scoreboard. Bank North offers the perfect sync for your busy life at their online banking and mobile app. You can take them wherever you want to go or stop by one of their branches for you Central Cass fans in the Castleton area. For Northern Cass in that Arthur Hunter area, Bank North, it's values-based banking without ever slowing down. To get more information, go online to ibanknorth.com. That's ibanknorth.com, member FDIC and proud supporter of their communities. Cates will miss one to Neva. Neva popped out to Holzer his last time up with runners at first and second. Here's the pitch and foul. We'll have 1-1. We have seen one foul ball that went into the Fargo Old Grove, had a friendly fire, if you will. The good news is everybody was all right up the third base dugout. Here's the 1-1 offering on the way. And that will miss for a ball now at 2-1. Last year we were at the Innerland Baseball Jamboree, and about a foot underneath us at the press box, a foul ball came. Here's the 2-1 offering. This is a high fly ball hit deep to left field, way back to the track, to the wall, and that ball is gone. Keegan Neva with a solo home run and a round tripper to start the bottom of the 3rd inning here for Northern Cass. Solo home run here for Neva. The hit with a run scored and the run driven into boot here. And hit number 4 against Sam Cates is a loud one. Now 2-0 in favor of Northern Cass. That was a no-doubter, and we saw Neva last year hit one to the train tracks to left center field that went over the tracks from our advantage point is what it looked like. So bottom of the 1st, Northern Cass scores 1. Now in the bottom of the 3rd here, they add on to it, 2-0. The pitch, this one is going to be popped up with Trey Huszar in the infield. Someone's going to call it. Holes are able to cut off in front of Maggio here for the out. And 1 down now in the bottom of the 3rd inning. But Neva, we've seen some barreled up baseballs here today and how it's jetting out with the wind blowing from the right to left field foul pole. It's more that center to left center area. has been the hot zone here in Enderlin. This is going to be hit on the ground to the third baseman of Boer, able to go 5-3 on the putout. Second out now as Sam is retired. Now 1 of 2 today as it brings up Jackson Hill. Hill with a strikeout looking his last time up in the first. So for Jackson Hill, the pitch that will be in there for a strike. Now 0-1. Central Cass in the top of the 4th inning. They'll send the heart of their order and some big boppers in Mitchell, Maggio, and Dakota. This one will run in a little bit now, 1-1. Love the center field camera here in Enderlin, that football press box that they use here at Hendrickson Field. Able to work out quite well from a baseball standpoint as well. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground up the third base line, and that'll be foul now at 1-2. Something that we're able to do thanks in part to our folks at Halstead Telephone Company and RJ Broadcasting here that go behind the scenes and allow us to have this equipment and provide this contest. Swung on and miss, and Cates earns the strikeout. So strikeout number 2 for Owen Cates, but Keegan Neva with a leadoff homer to start things off. 1 run on a hit, no errors, and nobody left on base. A tidy game so far on our Bank North scoreboard. It's the Jags up by 2.
Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Watch the 2023 North Dakota Shrine Bowl in conjunction with Three Borders Sports Network in your live event on Saturday, June 24th in Mayville.
Deutsch, you look to the left, and a nice little screen over on the near side. Getting away is Nelson down inside the 20, and he might score. He does. Down inside the end zone, and it's a 37-yard touchdown.
The 11-man game kicks off at 4 with the 9-man game to follow at 7. It's the Shrine Bowl with Three Borders Sports Network and yourliveevent.com.
As we go to the top of the 4th inning here, Northern Cass 2, Central Cass scoreless here on yourliveevent.com in a game that is now 39 minutes old here in Enderlin. Winter plays Oak Grove upcoming on Saturday morning for a little brunch in baseball as this one is hit up the third baseline foul. It'll be 0-1 with Braden Mitchell. The loser of this contest goes into an elimination game with Oaks at 1 o'clock on Saturday, and then you'll need to win again later on in the night to advance to that championship round with the 3 teams remaining. Going to be a difficult plate here for Kleeman, but he able to stay with it. He goes in front of OC, and then Trey Huzar able to hustle over and cover first base there. As it'll be now 3-1 on the putout as Carter Maggio steps up to the plate. But you win this game, you're 1 win away from playing in that championship series. You lose, you have to win 2 on Saturday to get to wherever that championship series might be with the final 3 teams remaining. This one is going to be on the ground. Difficult play for Neva. Takes the high hop, though, able to glove it and go 6-3 on the putout. Good play there by Neva on a high hop to start with and able to pick it up before it would have hit the lip of the infield here between the grass and the dirt. As Monday will be a 5 o'clock loser out game, and then you get to the final 2 teams to play in that championship series. Double elimination. Here's the pitch on the way. That'll miss for a ball now at 1-0. Huzar, the most batters he's faced in an inning is 4. He did that in the first and the third. A single in the first, hit by batter in the second, then caught stealing was Eli Boer. And then a walk in the third as this one goes to the backstop now at 2-0. So Trey Huzar doing well, too, in terms of the pitch count. We haven't seen too many 3-ball counts in terms of consecutive order here against Central Cass. This one in there for a strike at 2-1 to Carter Dakota, who grounded out to OC his last time up at second. Northern Cass will look in, and the pitch from Huzar. That'll be in there for a strike on a swing. Now 2-2. The road leads to Minot, North Dakota. Whether you take I-94 or I-29, take the back roads or Highway 2, it all leads to Minot in the Magic City for state. Swung on and miss, and Huszar has his second. 3 up and, well, 3 down here. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. Trey Huszar through 4 innings has only given up 1 hit. We go to the bottom of the second. The Jags coming to the plate up by 2.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
As we're at the midway point on our Bank North scoreboard for Trey Huszar, 49 pitches through 4 innings of work, 1 hit, 2 walks, and he struck out 4 so far here today for Northern Cass. For Central Cass, Owen Cates right now through 3 innings of work has 4 hits, 2 runs against him. Both of them have been earned with a walk and 2 strikeouts here today for Cates on the mound through 3 innings. Central Cass right now scoreless as they have 1 hit, currently 1 error and 2 runners left on base. Northern Cass with 2 runs so far on 4 hits. They have yet to commit an error, and they've currently left 4 runners on base to this point. Bottom of the 4th inning we go for the Jags. Wadeson, Westland, and Hoyland. This will be in there for a strike at 0-1, but again, there's a lot of folks to thank here on yourliveevent.com. You always hear it takes a village, and it does so much, whether it's one game or a tournament. The 0-1 offering as we follow back at 0-2, whether those who are watching at home to tune in and listen to our broadcasts, give us some feedback along the way. To those sponsors, number 1, without our advertisers and our sponsors, we would not be here throughout the regular and the postseason, as this is going to be hit on the ground. Sam Johnson with a 2-hopper as we'll continue it here at 0-2. Without our sponsors, again, we would not be able to be here. And then all the folks within the Your Live Event, R&J Broadcasting and Halstead Telephone Company able to make up yourliveevent.com. Here's the pitch. Will be swung on now 1-2, and sometimes we don't say it enough, whether it's someone like Reggie behind the scenes or anybody else who's able to help us out throughout these particular broadcasts. Here's the 1-2 offering from Cates. Off-speed pitch, got him out front, popped him up here, and Cates calls everybody off and able to field his own position here for the pop-out. So 3 straight batters to finish the 3rd after a Keegan Neva solo home run. He added weights, and 4 batters have been out on pop-outs, a strikeout, and a ground out. And Cates starting to find a little bit of a rhythm here in the 3rd, and now to start the 4th inning, as Carter Westland 0-for-1 today with a fly out to center, sees a fastball run up. That'll be a ball at 1-0. But just a cozy feel here in Enderlin, North Dakota for Hendrickson Field. The 1-0 pitch going to be hit on the ground. A 1-hopper to Eli Boer. Goes 5-3 to Holzer, and 2 down here in the 4th inning. Chris Hoyland will step up now. Hoyland today 0-for-1 with a fly out to Bussey. His last time up. Central Cass will send 6, 7, and 8 batters to the plates in the top of the 5th inning. 7 innings high school baseball here on yourliveevent.com is what we have scheduled so far today. 2 have gone the distance, 1 went 5. This will miss outside for a ball at 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll be in there for a strike at 1-1. As Cates right now with the 1-1 pitch. That'll miss for a ball, 2-1. Fargo Oak Grove watching this game with very much interest to see who they'll play Saturday morning. The 2-1 pitch swung on and missed. Now a 2-2 same for the Oaks Tornadoes to find out who they will match up with in a loser-out game. You can circle that one as possibly being one of the games of the day on Saturday. This will miss for a ball. Now at 3-2. Anytime you get to an elimination game, doesn't matter who you play against, you're going to have to earn it. 3-2 pitch swung on and missing. Cates has his first 3 up, 3 down against Northern Cass here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 4 complete here in Enderlin on our Bank North scoreboard. It's 2-0. The Squirrels coming to the plate.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Top of the fifth inning on our Bank North scoreboard. Owen Cates, 4 innings of work, 57 pitches, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned a walk, and 3 strikeouts so far here for Central Cass as Trey Huzar going up against Shoemaker here. 1-0 in the count to Joe. This one is a scalding hit, a 2-hopper that goes to OC, bobbles it, tries to regain it, and unable to do so. That'll be an E4 on OC, and a chance to hit him in the glove there. And for the Central Cass Squirrels, they will take it no matter how you can do it when you have someone like Trey Huzar who's in rhythm. And that, taking a look back, there's just been 1 hit against him. Hit by pitch in the second. Got a walk in the third. It's been tough to come by. Trey Huzar has done a good job not allowing anything to snowball here against Central Cass's lineup. Eli Boer will step up to the plate as Hoyland at third. This one going to be a pickoff, and they've already had 1 caught stealing earlier today. Back no problem. It is going to be Shoemaker. Stepping in again is Eli Boer as you have Trey Huzar looking back the runner. The pitch, looking to bunt this one up the first base line, is going to go foul. So now 0-1 as that one ran up and in a little bit there on Eli Boer. The junior third baseman hit by a pitch his last time up and picked off at first base. So the Squirrels trying to put something together here in the top of the 5th inning. There's the pick. Standing up there is Schumacher as Clement was trying to apply the tag. So Kleeman at first base, OC at second, Neva at short, and Hoyland at third. Huzar looks in, looking to bunt, and taking that one through is Eli. Now it'll be 0-2. Waitson behind the dish with Westland and left, Metzger in center, and Hill in right here for Northern Cass. So no balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. This one will come in. Does it hit him? I think what Waitson is saying, he maybe leaned into it a little bit, but no, he did not. So now we'll have runners at first and second base. So you're going to have Shoemaker at second. Eli will take first base here, as you're going to have Sam Johnson coming out and talking with Pat Adair to say, hey, did he lean into it at all? Did he put maybe, that left elbow or that elbow pad at all out to come in and maybe run into the baseball a little bit? But from Pat Adair's standpoint, it did not. So runners at first and second here, and this is the first time against Trey Huzar that the Squirrels have had more than a runner on. And it's just the second time they've had a runner in scoring position. Bases at first and second as Cole Holzer will step up to the plate, as Wadeson right now will put on the play here defensively, indicating where they want to go in case it's a bunt or something is hit on the ground. Playing in on the grass at first is Clement. Playing even with the bag at third is Hoyland. We'll see what Holzer does. Wants to bunt, takes it back. Runners stay put. And now it'll be 1-0. So you had the third baseman and first baseman coming down a little bit down the lines. Neva would be covering third, and the second baseman, OC, covering second. Always interesting to see what you would do with the infield if the ball is put in play. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Holzer takes it back, missing for a ball again. Now 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes, and for Coach Maggio, we'll see what he puts on here with a hitter's count. Do you allow Holzer maybe to swing through one here and see how the infield is hard charging down the lines? The 2-0 pitch, Holzer looks to bunt, does. This one going to be right in front, going across and holding his foot there at second base is going to be Osi, and he is out. So Cale Hamry calls him out, but good job by Osi coming across and putting that right foot on it enough with Wadeson. 1-4 on the putout, but Shoemaker now is at third base, and at second is Eli Boer. So runners in scoring position, and Mason Bussey will come up to the plate now for the Central Cass Squirrels. Now Sam Johnson to come on here and talk with Trey Huszar again. First and foremost to say what happens if it's a ground ball. Where do you kind of put that particular in play? Do you maybe try to cut down the run, or do you get the second out if it's hit in the infield? This allow his guys to know where to go with the baseball number 1 and allow Trey Huszar to collect his breath a little bit here as well in Enderlin. On our Bank North scoreboard, it's been a barn burner so far, and runs have been hard to come by for both Central Cass and Northern Cass. Northern Cass was able to load the bases in the first. They only got 1 run across. Keegan Neva with a solo homer. And outside of that, that's been the scoring. An RBI by Kleeman and a Neva solo home run. That's been it. The pitch, here's the squeeze. It's going to be a foul ball. And now it's 0-1. So that was something on our baseball bingo card today that we haven't seen yet, was the suicide or the safety squeeze. And that was a straight suicide because coming down third base was Shoemaker right on the pitch with Huszar. Now it's the play here for Maggio. 0-1 to Mason Bussey, who walked his last time up. The pitch, looking to bunt. Now they got the runner in a rundown here, but Wadeson did a really good job of just going back and not throwing that ball to Hoyland or Neva covering third base. As Hoyland was coming in, he could have maybe attempted to throw the ball, but if you airmail it into left field, it's not 1 run, but more than likely 2 runs coming in. But now 0-2, here's the count to Bussey. Swung on, and this is not going to be foul tip. Coming in to score is going to be Shoemaker, as you're going to have Eli Boer. Bussey tries to get to first base. It hits him. Coming in to score is Boer now, and it's a 2-2 ball game. So 2 runs come in to score here with the runner at first. So you have a strikeout here on the way for Bussey, but they did not complete the play with Wadeson behind the plate. Shoemaker comes in. Eli Boer will come in. So it'll be a strikeout with Bussey, but he's able to reach. And then you're going to have the wild pitch, and then a little bit as that hit the runner there as well. So Logan Broughton now will step up to the plate. There's the pickoff throw, not in time. So 2 runs come into scoring just like that. It's a 2-2 ball game and a fresh new game here in the top of the 5th inning. As this will come on, and the pitch popped up. We'll see if it's playable. It is not, and it'll be now 0-1. So 2-2 coming in. So the strikeout there of Bussey, who was punched out, but then it went past Wadeson on the pass ball that allowed not 1 run to score, but 2 with him throwing to first base and hitting the back of Mason Bussey. There's the pickoff. Not going to be in time. Cal Hamry calls him safe, so now it's 2-2 as you have Joe coming in to score and Eli coming in to score as well. Top of the 5th inning, Squirrels have tied it. This one will miss outside at 1-1, and here's where the tables are turning right now for Central Cass. A chance to take the lead with the go-ahead run at first base. Good, healthy lead for Mason Bussey, being held on by Clement, as that's going to be out of the zone for a ball. Now 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike here for Trey Huszar. Looking to see if he can put something on the ground and have his guys turn 2 behind him. The pitch, well, that's one's going to be hit on the ground up the third base line, but foul. So it'll be 2-2. Top of the 5th inning, or Northern Cass in the bottom of the 5th. They will be sending Metzger, Osi, and Neva the top of their lineup after Owen Cates went 3 up, 3 down in the 4th. He's thrown 57 pitches. Through 4 innings, Trey Huzar was at 49, but that pitch count starting to rise right now here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, that'll miss low for a ball at 3-2. Right now we'll see what Broughton can do and what's the play here with the runner at first. Bussey going to stay, and that's going to be a walk. So Broughton to first base. Mason Bussey goes to second, and there's still just 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. The most batters that Central Cass has brought to the plate against Trey Huzar here is in this inning. This is batter number 6 with Sam Kavervig, 0 for 2 today with a pair of groundouts. But the Squirrels have a chance to take the lead here in Enderlin against Northern Cass. OC trying to keep Bussey close at second. The pitch to Kavervig. This one is hit and right through the wickets of Neva. Rounding second on his way coming in is Mason Bussey. Here's the relay, not going to be in time. And for the Central Cass Squirrels, they take a lead at 3-2. An opportunity there for Northern Cass goes awry, an E6. And we've seen a couple of errors here in this inning cost Northern Cass, and now it's 3-2. A chance there on the play is coming in to score is going to be Eli Boer. Coming in to score is Mason Bussey. Logan Broughton goes from first to third, and Sam Kavervig stands at first base. So Bussey comes in to score, makes it 3-2 in favor of Central Cass here in the top of the 5th inning. The Squirrels with all 3 runs across here. Started with an error in the start things off with Joe to get on base. And from there, hit by pitch with Eli Boer. Cole Holzer able to go 1-4 on the sacrifice bunt. And then Mason Bussey struck out, but Weinson was unable to field it as it was a pass ball that went all the way to the backstop to allow Shoemaker and Boer to come in to score. And then the walk with Broughton and Kavervig put one in play, and we've just seen it today. Just put the ball in play. You're never sure what's going to happen, and there was an error on the shortstop with Neva. Here's the 0-1. Looking to come across. We'll dive back in safely here is Sam Kavervig. As Huzar trying to see if he can catch him leaning a little bit. Already saw 1 out via the pickoff here. Runners at the corners. And the pitch on the way. This one in there for a strike, and Mitchell right now falls behind the count. No balls, 2 strikes here to Braden Mitchell. 1 of 2 today with a single back in the 1st inning. The Squirrels up by 1. This one's going to be hit on the ground, and that's a through with a C&I single. It's now 4-2, and a run driven into boot here for Braden Mitchell as the Squirrels have added on to their lead here in the 5th inning. So runners at first and second here as Mitchell gets the run coming in. Johnson will courtesy run for Mitchell. Logan Broughton comes in to score. And now Johnson again will play at first base. Sam Kavervig will be at second. It's now 4-2 in favor of Central Cass. Mitchell with the RBI. And the Squirrels have put 4 up so far here in the 5th. As Carter Maggio will dig in. This one is going to be in the dirt and allow the runners to scamper up to second and third now. So Johnson at second. Kavervig goes to third. That one was in the dirt there on the wild pitch. And Carter Maggio, batter number 8. Will step in. Here's Trey Huzar right now looking to find a little rhythm and try to get out of the jam here in the 4th inning with no more runs across. That one swung on a miss at 1-1. So the Squirrels held scoreless. They had just 1 hit and only 2 base runners in the first. Make that 3 base runners in the first 4 innings. The pitch, that'll miss for a ball now at 2-1. Against Trey Huzar, who looked in rhythm, 49 pitches through 4, but so far a couple of errors and a timely hit has allowed the Squirrels to jump on Huzar here in this half inning. That's out of the zone at 3-1. You do have a base for Maggio, but then Carter Vercoda will come up with bases loaded for the Squirrels if he can draw a walk. Here's the 3-2 pitch. 3-1 pitch. Now make it 3-2. And a game that has surpassed the 1 hour mark here in Enderlin. So the Squirrels just chomping away here, finding an opportunity to put the ball in play. Taking a couple of walks here in the inning, 2 a hit by pitch and a walk, and now making another walk. 3rd walk of the inning, as you'll have bases full of Central Cass Squirrels. 5 free passes so far here today for Trey Hussar. And he's just had 2 hits against him here in this one, but 4 runs across thanks to a handful of errors here in the inning. Here's a suicide squeeze. Coming in to score, though, is going to be Sam Kovervig as it gets by Waitson to make it now 5-2. So Kovervig was coming on the suicide squeeze right away. The ball went in the dirt. Waitson unable to bring it across close enough. It will be a strike going through there, they'll say, is Vercoda, but Kovervig comes down the line to score regardless before the tag can be applied as Johnson goes to third base and Carter Maggio's at second. And Sam Johnson's going to come on here, and we'll see if Trey Hussar's afternoon or evening, looks to be done. It will be, as we'll have a new pitcher coming on. Looks to be Metzger. We're back after this on YourLiveEvent.com.
One size does not fit all. As a small business employer, you have many great benefit options. Hello, Angela here with the Irie Insurance Benefits Connect team. We know shopping for employee insurance benefits can be a confusing and intimidating task for employers. Not to mention one more thing on your plate. Let Irie Insurance Benefits Connect guide you through the process. We take a unique approach to providing benefits through education, communication, and a personal touch. To find out more, go to IrieInsurance.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Well, Trey Hussar is on the hook for the runners at second and third. He goes 4 1/3 innings, 77 pitches for Hussar, 2 hits just against, a single in the first, and then a single in the 5th inning with Braden Mitchell. Mitchell has the 2 hits. That's it. Otherwise, everybody else does not have a hit. But there's been 5 walks. One of those was a hit by a batter. 5 strikeouts, 5 runs across. Those are unearned, though, because it started off with an error to get things going here in an E4 again with O.C. at second base. Hit by pitch by Boer. Sack bump by Holzer. Then a strikeout with Bussey, but they didn't complete it behind the plate with Waits and went to the backstop to allow 2 runs to come in at the time in Shoemaker and Boer after there was the error on the throw from Waits into first base. Then you have a walk with Broughton. Kovervig reach base on an error at shortstop by Neva. A single by Mitchell, who is courtesy run for with Johnson right now at third. Cooper is, and then Carter Maggio draws the walk, and then you had the suicide squeeze that was on, and it one-hopped a Carter Vercoda, and Kovervig was already coming down the line to score. So that's how you've gotten your runs here in a very topsy-turvy top of the 5th inning. No balls, 1 strike here to Metzger on the mound now, going up against Vercoda here in the top of the 5th. The pitch, looking to squeeze. This one has hit up the first base line. Now it's 0-2. So not only have we seen the squeeze attempt put on once, and this hasn't really even been more of a safety squeeze, the runner is coming right away once the pitch is coming down. We have seen it now at least 5 or more times here in this contest for Central Cass. Here's the 0-2 offering. That one will miss for a ball at 1-2. Batter number 9 here, as then it goes back to Joe. here in the top of the 5th inning. Metzger with the pitch. And that'll miss at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Again, Northern Cass will send the top of their lineup in the bottom of the 5th, but right now the Squirrels trying to add on to their 3-run lead here in the 5th. The 2-2, that'll miss the zone at 3-2. So for the Squirrels, got some speed at third base with Johnson. And then Carter Maggio again at second. Infield playing in the 3-2. Swung on and missed, and Metzger gets the strikeout. That's going to be the 6th strikeout here for Northern Cass for the pitching staff. And now it goes to Joe stepping up to the plate. So far today, Schumacher is 0 for 2 with a run scored. Breaking ball with Metzger. That'll be 0-1. So Macher Schumacher here. We'll see this one miss for a ball, and it'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. 10th batter to the plate here for Central Cass. It's been a very productive but small ball variety. Top of the 5th inning here for Central Cass batters. The pitch. That'll miss for a ball at 2-1. We saw the Squirrels put 17 runs up against the Enderlin Eagles. 7 runs in the second, 9 runs in the third in their 17-7 5-inning win over Enderlin, their last game. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That'll be in there for a strike at 2-2. The Squirrels trying to do what Oak Grove did, win a game and then go back-to-back with 2 wins. Well, Kindred Richland waited for Oak Grove or Oaks. They ended up losing. Northern Cass waited for Central Cass and the Eagles as this one is jammed. But in the infield here, someone's got to call it, and it's going to be Neva who calls everybody off at the very last moment to retire the side on the pop-out. But the Central Cass Squirrels hang 5 runs in the top of the 5th. Northern Cass will look to answer and re-return on our Bank North scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Emery Vistos Implement has been family-owned and operated since 1935. Located in Oaks, North Dakota, they sell CarQuest automotive parts and numerous lines of agriculture parts, from edible bean equipment to air compressors and pressure washers. Plus, you'll have to stop by and check out their Ariat clothing selection at Emery Vistos Implement. Anything you need is under one roof. Stop in just south of Oaks on Highway 1 or go online to vistoimplement.com. That's vistoimplement.com.
Bottom of the 5th inning we go here in Enderlin. Central Cass and Northern Cass. The Squirrels with 5 runs, 1 hit. There were 3 errors against Northern Cass and 2 runners left on base in the top half of the 5th inning as we go to the bottom half of the 5th here in Enderlin. First pitch is going to be missing for a ball. Metzger, OC, and Neva here on the top of the lineup against Owen Cates. 58 pitches so far for Central Cass. The pitch. That'll miss for a ball as well, now at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on the way here for Metzger. He's reached base twice so far today. He'll take a strike, now 2-1. Metzger with a walk and a run scored in the first and reached base on an E6 by Maggio at second and then stole second base. This one will miss for a ball at 3-1. Northern Cass sent 8 batters to the plate in the first. 4 in the second, 4 in the third, then 3 up, 3 down in the fourth. The 3-1 will run in. It's a 5-pitch walk on the way here for Metzger. So Metzger will draw the walk here, his second one of the contest. He's the only one to draw a walk against Owen Cates. Owen's done a good job just avoiding 3-ball counts. He had 1 with Metzger in the first inning, and then 1 with Hoyland in the fourth, and that's it. OC, 1 of 2 today here. There's the flip. Holzer had to come off the bang in there safely again as Metzger. Eric Olson, the third base umpire here today, Hamry at first, and Pat Adair behind the plate. As Cates looks into the runner, looking to bunt. This one will be in the dirt. Runner's going to go from first to second, sliding in safely with a feet-first slide is Metzger. So stolen base as that one was in the dirt, and for Mitchell, just got away from him enough to allow Metzger to scamper down to second base. As OC now, 1 of 2 again. Works with a hitter's count. So Northern Cass, yeah, you'd like to get all 3 runs back and possibly take a lead, but can you get 1 or 2 back here in the bottom of the 5th inning with Metzger on the mound, and see what you can do with Owen Cates right now and try to maybe chase him out of this game by putting some quality at-bats together. Holzer in on the grass at third. Here's the 1-0 to OC. Looks to bunt in the dirt. Kept in front of him this time is Mitchell, now 2-0. As Mitchell will come out and talk it over with Cates after a couple pitches that go in the dirt here. Kind of holding steady in the low 50-degree variety here in Enderlin between the Central Cass Squirrels and Northern Cass Jaguars. Officially now 49 degrees outside on the overcast skies. Here's the 2-0 pitch in, and that's going to be low for a ball again, now 3-0. So after Metzger drew a walk, OC able to get 3 pitches out of the zone, and now he's 3-0, and we'll see if he gets the green light here or the take sign with Coach Johnson. Cates looks back, the runner at second. Taking all the way is OC now. It's 3-1. Central Cass 5 runs all in the 5th. Northern Cass a run in the 1st and a run in the 3rd. That run in the 3rd was a Keegan Neva solo homer who's due up next. Cates looks back, the runner, and the 3-1. Bunt going through it there is going to be OC. Now makes the count full at 3-2. Anytime you can utilize a productive out, this is what you're doing there. If you bunt it up the first base line, get the runner to third with a quality batter and Neva at the plate. Maybe also, depending on how they play it, you might be able to reach base for an infield base knock. Here's a 3-2 to OC. This one going down to third, sliding in safely is going to be Metzger. Metzger slides in safely. OC able to draw a walk here, and that'll be back-to-back walks, the 3rd one of the game with Cates, as now Coach Maggio going to come out and talk it over there with Central Cass. So nice slide on the way there for Northern Cass with Metzger to get not 1 but 2 stolen bases so far, and he's got 3 in this contest total, but 2 just this time, taking second and taking third, and just like that, Northern Cass brings the game-tying run to the plate with Keegan Neva, and here's what Coach Maggio's talking about. Don't give Keegan anything to hit to the train tracks. That's number 1. Number 2, if the runner does go OC from first to second, what kind of play you putting on for the infield defensively here, as you've seen Metzger be hyper-aggressive on the base pass. So runners at first and third, nobody out in the tying run, and Neva steps up to the plate. 1 of 2 today with a solo home run to left field back in the 3rd inning. Cates looks in, and the pitch. That'll be in the dirt block. The runner does scamper, however, to second base, as OC now will be in scoring position. So 1-0 is the count here to Keegan Neva. Now that it's 1-0, how aggressive do you want to be with Cates on the mound going up against Neva? Here's the 1-0 pitch. Off speed, in there for a strike at 1-1. Good pitch on the way there for Cates. A batter's count for Neva at 1-0. You can look for one particular pitch. If you don't get it, don't need to swing. Here's the 1-1. That'll miss for a ball at 2 balls and 1 strike. Northern Cass looking for win number 12 of the season. The Squirrels looking for win number 10 of this spring baseball year. Here's the 2-1 offering on the way. That'll be out of the zone for 3-1. So a walk to Metzger, a walk to OC, and all of a sudden, after we said there hasn't been too many 3-ball counts for Cates, we've seen the 3rd one here in the 5th, and the 5th overall in the contest for Cates on the mound. Here's the 3-0 pitch. 3-1. Pitch is going to be a ball. And walking the bases loaded here is Northern Cass. We'll see what Coach Maggio is going to do with the bases full here. See if he goes to a new pitcher now for Coach Maggio, as we'll have a time called. As we will have a new pitcher coming on. It looks like Maggio, Dustin's son, will be coming on here for Central Cass. We'll talk it over when we come back here on your liveevent.com.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
So we go to the top of the fifth inning here. Here's the line score for Owen Cates. 73 pitches. He's on the hook for all three runners right now. 4 hits against, 2 runs to this point in 4 innings of work, 4 walks and 3 strikeouts as Carter Maggio will come on here for Central Cass, as Parker will come on and take shortstop. So Jackson Parker now at third base. So Cates is done as a pitcher. And then Parker will come on at shortstop here for the Central Cass Squirrels, as now you'll have Maggio on in relief for Central Cass. And he's in a sticky situation here as the Squirrels, up by 3, will play the infield in to try to get the runner out at home. First pitch for Maggio, that'll miss for a ball. Now it's 1-0. So a couple different ways you could play this. You could try to maybe turn 2, but with, again, Trey Huzar, 1 of 2 today. Bases loaded. That'll miss for a ball at 2-0. Trying to gun down the runner here at home and minimize the damage. If you're Central Cass, the 2-0 offering to Huzar. That'll be in there for a strike at 2-1. The Squirrels scored 5 runs in the first with just 1 hit. Northern Cass with 3 runners on with 3 walks. And that'll be a walk here at 3-1. The old death by 1,000 paper cuts is what we're seeing right now. No triples, no homers, no doubles. This is being patient at the plate and allowing yourself to see something come through the zone, and that'll be a walk, and it's 5-3. So a run driven in for Huzar with the bases loaded walk. Coming in to score is Metzger, his second time of the game. O.C. scampers at third, Neva at second, and Huzar here takes a 5-pitch walk, and Carter Maggio now will have his first walk in the third run against Cates here. And the go-ahead run now stands at first with a tying run at Neva at second base. Sam will come up to the plate. Clement on the way here is 1 of 2 today with a single back in the first inning with a run driven in. This one is popped up. That's going to be to left field. Brian's going to have to get on his horse and come in. Makes a diving attempt, trying to come in on the sacrifice. It will, but because Broughton had to come all the way down to the ground and pick up that one, it's a sacrifice fly, and O.C. comes in to score. It's now 5-4. So good job by Broughton to, 1, get the out, but then once he got the out and hit the deck, O.C. was going hard down the line here as Jackson Hill will come up now for Central Cass. So a bases loaded walk on the way for Huszar to make it 5-3. And now in the bottom of the fifth inning, 5-4 with a Clement sacrifice fly. Neva at second. Runner at first is Huszar, and that one's going to miss for a ball. It's now 1-0 to Jackson Hill. So Hill 0 for 2 today with a pair of strikeouts. Here's the 1-0. That'll be in there for a strike at 1-1. Struck out looking in the first, struck out swinging in the third, then Carter Wadeson. So Northern Cass has answered the 5 runs by Central Cass in the top half of the frame with 2 so far in the bottom half. This is going to be hit on the ground to Holzer, and that's going to be a foul ball. I was awfully close to seeing if it was going to be fair or foul as it go off of Holzer's glove. How does the play go? But instead now it's 1-2. Northern Cass batter number 6 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. The most they've sent to the plate is 7. That was back in the first. Carter Maggio on in relief here of Owen Cates in the bottom of the fifth for the Squirrels. The pitch. That'll miss. Now 2-2. Just felt like playoff baseball so far here today. Oak Grove never relinquished a lead. Led wire to wire in both of their games, but only won by a combined 3 runs in 2 games. The 2-2 will come on and hit him right in the 6. Jackson Hill was hit by a pitch here. He'll take first base. At third is going to be Neva, and at second is Trey Huszar. And now you'll have Carter Wadeson. 4 consecutive walks, a sacrifice fly, and a hit by pitch. Has plated 2 runs so far here for Northern Cass. And the bases are loaded yet again for the Jags as the infield will come in for Central Cass here and try to cut down the tying run at home. Neva at third here with Huszar at second and Hill at first base. Here's the pitch on the way to Wadeson. That'll be in there for a strike at 0-1. Carter 0 for 2 today with a fly out to Dakota in center, then popped out at the time to the pitcher Cates, his last time up to start the 4th inning. The 0-1. This one will be foul back. And it'll be no balls and 2 strikes. The Jags with a run in the first, a run in the third. So far, 2 runs across here in the 5th inning. Maggio looks in to Wadeson, the 0-2. Swung on and missed, and Maggio gets the strikeout and a little Tiger Woods fist pump to boot. Large out number 2, and it's up to Carter Westland here for the Jags to try to tie up the game here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Westland 0 for 2 today with a fly out to center and a ground out. His last time up to Boer at third. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike at 0-1. Batter number 8 here for Northern Cass. Maggio ahead in the count at 0-1. The pitch. Good job not going through was Westland. Now it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Had 5 free passes, a sacrifice fly, 2 runs in for the Jags, looking for a hit or a walk, or even a wild pitch or a pass ball would help. Now it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Northern Cass looking to tie this puppy up while Central Cass 1 quality pitch away from getting out of the jam with the lead. 2-1 breaking ball. That'll miss. Now it's going to be 3-1. Chris Hoyland due up next for Northern Cass. The Squirrels will send 7, 8, and 9 up in the top of the 6th. The pitch out of the zone, and we're tied at 5 apiece. Neva comes in to score. Huszar will take third. Hill to second. Westland with the walk. And now, all of a sudden, it's 5 runs across. So now you're going to have Hoyland here with a ball 0 for 2 today. Excuse me, that'll be 2-0 now. So Owen Cates will give up 5 runs officially now. As now Manjo is on the hook for the bases full of Northern Cache Jaguars. The 2-0 taken the entire way was Hoyland to make it 2 balls and 1 strike here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We're tied at 5 apiece. 3 runs across for Northern Cache. The pitch swung on and missed. Now 2-2. The Jags have batted through the lineup without a hit in an inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Hoyland. This one will run in and nearly hit the batter at 3-2. So another 3-ball count here for Northern Cache, as they've been able to do that 6 times here in the inning. 3-2, strike 3, looking to retire the side, but not before Northern Cache scores 3 runs on no hits. There were no errors and 3 runners left on base. You don't say that often in your scorebook. We're tied at 5 on the Bank North scoreboard going to the top of the 6th inning. It's a brand new game here in Enderlin on yourliveevent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
So for Northern Cache again, after 4 consecutive walks, a sacrifice fly, hit by pitch, strikeout, walk, and a strikeout, they're able to score 3 runs across in that bottom of the 5th inning after Central Cache scored 5 runs on just 1 hit in the top of the 5th after 3 Northern Cache errors, and they left 2 runners on. Boer, first pitch swinging. This one is popped up, and this will be out of play at 0-1 as Metzger on. After going 2/3 with a strikeout in relief of Dakota, and then got Shoemaker out. So Boer, Holzer, and Mason Bussey here in the top of the 6th inning. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike now at 0-2. Still to come on our post-game show, we'll name you our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game in this contest. And right now that's up for discussion, as this will miss for a ball at 1-2, as there has been definitely a nice couple of plays and players who have stepped up for both teams. This one going to be swung on. Foul tipped into the glove of Waitson for out number 1 here of the 6th inning. So the second one for Metzger. And now it's going to be Cole Holzer. We'll also get to our RDK Enterprises feature precision play the contest. We've seen a handful of those moments so far throughout the game. Northern Cache led the bases loaded in the 1st inning. They did it again here in the 5th. Well, Central Cache left 2 runners on in the 5th inning. Here's the pitch. It'll be in the dirt. So the count on the way here, 1 ball and 1 strike. And we'll also hear from a victorious player coming up as well on our post-game show, so make sure you stay tuned to that here in Enderlin. A 1-1, misses for a ball, now 2-1. Holzer today 0-for-1 with a sacrifice bunt his last time up. Mason Bussey then due up next in the 9 spot here for Central Cache. Here's the pitch. Foul back, now at 2-2. Holzer, a lefty on the basketball court shooting, but a righty here at the plate for Central Cache. The 2-2 coming up for Metzger. Swung on and miss, and Metzger gets the strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts. 3 of his 4 have been via the K in relief for Northern Cache. So as we said in the top half of the fifth, you could just feel momentum shifting to one side, the third base dugout. But now for the Jags, feel the momentum kind of going back on their side here, as this is going to be hit on a line past Neva into left field here. It's a 2-out base knock for Mason Bussey, and Bussey has been on not once, not twice, but now 3 times here today in Enderlin in this contest against Northern Cass. A walk, a single, and reach base on an error with a run scored as well for Bussey, as now we go to the top of the lineup here with Logan Broughton. As Broughton will step up here, we'll see Bussey takes his lead. There's the pick, able to come back in nicely with Clement holding him on. So you'll have Broughton stepping up to the plate today. 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt in the third and a walk and a run scored in the fifth. He'll take a strike, now 0-1. Westland in left field with Huzar in center, Hill in right in the outfield here for Northern Cass. Hoyland and Neva at third base, and second is going to be O.C. Neva at short with Waitson behind the plate. And then Clement will look to apply the tag if it's a little bit closer on the way on the pickoff throw there by Metzger. Here's the 0-1 offering and the pitch. Broughton fouls it back now 0-2. Northern Cass top the lineup like they did in the fifth. Will be coming up in the 6th inning for the Jags. Win, you play the Grovers on Saturday to start game 1 of 4 off at 11 o'clock in the morning. Lose, going to back to the wall mode, elimination with the Oaks Tornadoes. Strike 3. Looking, and that'll retire the side here in the Central Cass Squirrels in the 6th inning. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. Metzger an inning and 2/3 in relief. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Northern Cass coming to the plate on yourliveevent.com.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
Central Cass School's mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community, and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow in the new space and move forward with excellence.
Bottom of the 6th inning here on yourliveevent.com. I'm Chase Miller. He's Reggie Funk. And this is the Region 1 Baseball Tournament. Maggio will throw a strike here to Metzger. Metzger today has reached base all 3 times, 2 walks and an error, and scored twice. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Foul tipped into the glove and off of the padding here of Mitchell behind the plate. Now 0-2. Region 1 Baseball Tournament here on yourliveevent.com. Again, you can click subscribe on our YouTube page. Go to yourliveevent.com to check out more games throughout the weekend. Saturday, sit back and relax and enjoy baseball and softball in Region 1 and Region 2 here on your live event. The 0-2 swung on and missed, and Maggio gets the strikeout. His third in relief here of Owen Cates went 4 innings of work, 5 runs against him. Maggio so far has 3 walks and 3 strikeouts. So even on the scales, is yet to give up a hit in relief in an inning and a third. As OC right now steps up to the plate, 1-0 is the count here to OC. 1 of 2 today with a single back in the first and a run scored in the fifth. That'll miss for a ball. So now it's the 2-0. That'll be in there for a strike at 2-1. Top half of the lineup has done the damage here for Northern Cass. They've scored all 5 runs for the Jags. This one swung on a miss at 2-2. Metzger with 2 runs scored. A run for Oceaniva with 2 runs scored as well. Then Huzar with a RBI, and the same for San Clement. Here's the 2-2. That misses. Makes the count full at 3-2. And Carter Westland with the bases loaded walk as well here for the Jags. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and Maggio gets his 3rd straight strikeout here for Central Cass. He's fanned now 4 of the last 5 batters as Keegan Neva will step up to the plate. Neva is the one guy who can change the game here for Northern Cass, as we saw earlier with just one swing of the bat with the long ball variety. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball by Maggio is out of the zone for a ball at 1-0. Maggio, that'll miss, 2-0. Neva with a walk, a solo home run, and a pop-out so far today here for the Jags. The 2-0 offering with Maggio. That'll be out of the zone now, 3-0. So 2 breaking balls that miss low, a fastball out of the zone at the eyes. Does Neva have the green light? 3-0. Maggio with the pitch in there for a strike, now at 3-1. Then it's Trey Huzard due up next. Here's the 3-1 pitch from Maggio. Breaking ball in there for a strike, now 3-2. So after falling behind the count, Maggio able to locate that breaking ball. And the 3-2 Maggio waves off Mitchell. Now the pitch. This one is going to be grounded to Holzer. Holzer flips it to Maggio, and he's not going to beat it. Cale Hamry called him safe at first base. Neva with an infield single. First hit against Maggio here, and now we have 2 down with a runner on here in Enderlin. That was a bang-bang play. Holzer with the flip. Maggio hustling with Neva, and by the time he gloved it and touched first, Cale Hamry said he is safe at first base. So the Jags still with a little bit of a heartbeat here in the bottom of the 6th. They need to try to take the lead here and then force Central Cass to have to score a run, or if not more, in the top half of the 7th. Neva being held on by Holzer as Maggio looks in, and Huzar hits one into left field, and hunting into left center there is Broughton for a loud out number 3 to retire the side here in the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We go to the top of the 7th, tied at 5 on our Bank North scoreboard on your live event.
Do you want that new boat? Are you building onto your home? Maybe you want the new camper or ATV. Dakota Heritage Bank can help you. This is Dustin Nagel, president at Dakota Heritage Bank Hillsborough location. You can visit with me or our other loan officers to help with loans and lines of credit from Dakota Heritage Bank. We are serving you with locations in North Dakota and Northwest Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers financial services you expect with a local perspective. dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Tomorrow is happening right now. Today, more than ever, the world needs safe, secure, sustainable, and affordable sources of energy. That's why Enbridge is advancing new technologies to reduce emissions, like carbon capture and hydrogen power. By putting in the work today, we're bridging to a cleaner energy future. Tomorrow is on. Enbridge. Life takes energy.
To the top of the 7th inning we go here on our Bank North scoreboard. Visit ibanknorth.com for locations near you. Take their mobile app, member FDIC, and proud supporter of their communities. That is Bank North. Chase Miller, Reggie Funk with you here from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin, North Dakota, where we've had a dandy here in this one. 5-5 here between Central Cass and Northern Cass. Sam Covervig, Braden Mitchell, and Carter Maggio, 2, 3, and 4 due up here for the Squirrels, while Northern Cass will send 5, 6, and 7 in the bottom half of the frame. Metzger with the pitch on Covervig is going to hit him. So Covervig will take first base here, 1 pitch. And now the go-ahead run is on board here for the Squirrels. Metzger through an inning and 2/3 has 3 strikeouts. And also able to come on. Actually, with 4 strikeouts here for Metzger today. As now you're going to have Kottervig at first base. Metzger, Kottervig stays put, swung on and missed here to Braden Mitchell, now 0-1. Here's the opportunity on the way here for Metzger, looking back the runner. Kottervig stays put, they say he goes through. Here's the pickoff throw back to first base. And now it's going to be Mitchell will be 0-2. So Mitchell went through the zone. Kottervig still at first. Good job by Wadeson. Really nice throw down to first base here, as Kottervig right now might have got some dust in his eyes as he calls for a time. As Kottervig looking to dust himself off a little bit here at first base. As he does, Clement going to be holding him on at first. So no balls, 2 strikes on the way here to Mitchell with 2 hits so far today and a run driven in. And the pitch. This one going to get by Wadeson on the pass ball. Kottervig will scamper down to second base as he rounds it there. And now the Squirrels will have a runner in scoring position. Pass ball is Wadeson. Saw that one just bounce underneath his glove. And now for Mitchell, looking to hit one to right or center field and allow Kottervig to come in, or hit one on the ground to right and move Kottervig up another 90 feet at least. There's the fake. Kottervig's going to stay put, then comes off the bag, and then he's going to stay put at second. You could see it coming through on our center field camera right on cue where they fake it. It's a little big league play from the Minnesota Twins that you had on right there, where everybody, O.C. Neva, Hill, and even Hussar, they were all moving towards the outfield. And then you had Metzger bluff it, come off the mound when he did so, and almost take Kottervig at second base. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball will miss at 1-2. So, yeah, I make it now 2 balls and 2 strikes. So, little big league play on that one. Mr. Haywood, they're all here. They're waiting for you. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be off the glove for Wadeson. Bobbles it for a moment. Makes the count full at 3-2. Mitchell down 0-2 in the count. Is able to work it full as Kottervig stands at second base. The 3-2 pitch. This is foul back, and we'll keep it at 3-2. This is what playoff baseball is. 2 games, Fargo Oak Grove with Oaks and Fargo Oak Grove with Kindred Richland. A 1 and a 2-run game. Central Cass 10-run ruled Enderlin in 5. And here's a line drive to left field. That's over Westland to the train tracks, and it's a 2-run homer here for Central Cass. Braden Mitchell delivers the goods with a 2-run line drive homer in front of the train tracks in Enderlin. It's now 7-5 Squirrels. Central Cass, a 2-run homer here for Mitchell. Kottervig comes in to score, 3 runs driven in. We talked with Braden Mitchell last game for our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game, and he might get it again with that hit here for the Central Cass Squirrels. Braden Mitchell, 3 for 3 today, and now with 3 runs driven in, as this will miss for a ball with Carter Maggio. Maggio 0 for 2 with a walk. So 7-5 Central Cass. Mitchell with the 2-run homer here for Central Cass makes it 7-5 here in the top of the 7th inning, and that very well could be our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the contest as well. Here's the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. Now at 2-1. Mitchell hit that one on a frozen rope. Didn't get out by much there in left field, but enough to get right on the train tracks. Here's the 2-1 pitch upcoming. That'll miss for a ball now at 3-1. And now we know that Northern Cass will need 2 runs at least to keep the game alive, but there's still nobody out here in the 7th. Swung on and miss. I'll make it 3-2. So again, Metzger behind the count right now. The pitch at 3-2 with Maggio and Metzger. But Mitchell fell behind the count 0-2. Worked the count full, then hit a 2-run home run waiting on a pitch. Metzger with a 3-2 to Maggio now. Strike 3 looking. And that'll be out number 1 here in the 7th. So Metzger gets his 4th strikeout in relief. And a chance here for the Central Cass Squirrels to add on to it right now here in the top of the 7th inning. Carter Dakota to the plate, 0 for 3 today with a pair of strikeouts. And Joe Schumacher due up next. So 1-0 is the count here for Metzger. This one is going to be hit. That's going to be into right center field and die in front of the outfielders and Hill. So Carter Dakota with an opposite field base knock here, the second one against Metzger in relief. And now will be 2 innings of work here for Metzger. And for Central Cass, they'll have a runner at first base. And Shoemaker will be coming up to the plate. Here's the pitch. Runner's going to go. No throw down as the stolen base here for Dakota will now be in scoring position. So 1-0 is the count here. Joe looks to bunt. Here's the pitch. That'll miss. Now 2-0 for Northern Cass in the bottom of the 7th again. 5, 6, and 7 batters due up for the Jags. Here's the offering. This one is going to be hit down the right field line, but foul. So 2 balls and 1 strike upcoming here in the top of the 7th inning. After a Kovarevic hit by pitch, a 2-run homer by Mitchell. Maggio struck out Dakota with a single. What will Joe do here with a runner in scoring position here for Central Cass? Metzger looks into Waitson, and the pitch in there for a strike at the knee. Good location and spot now, 2-2. Win this game, you set yourself up nicely for just 1 game on Saturday. When it comes to pitching, you lose this game. The 2-2, this one is going to be fouled, and we'll keep it at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Then all of a sudden you have to win 2 games to stay alive on Saturday, then have to win not 1 but multiple games moving forward then Monday into Tuesday. On the pitch. Off speed. This one might be a CNI single. Batting that one down is Neva at shortstop. Does a good job of not allowing it to get into left field, but regardless, it's going to be a base knock here for Shoemaker. And now Eli Boer will step up to the plates as you have batter number 6 here for Central Cass. Eli so far today hit by a pitch twice and struck out his last time up in the 6th inning. So runners at the corners, and now an insurance run stands at third base here in Dakota. Shoemaker stands at first. Joe's going to stay put. The pitch from Metzger. That'll be in there for a strike at 0-1 to Eli. So Northern Cass trying to limit the damage here to 2. Central Cass looking for some added runs here. Runner's going to go. The pitch swung on and missed. There's the throw down. And a one-hop Neva's going to cut it off. able to slide in safely is Joe at second base now. And you'll have runners in scoring position here, as Eli will be behind the count at 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch upcoming. It on the ground. This one going to go to the third baseman, Hoyland. Hoyland comes across. It's going to be a run driven in with an out. So coming in to score will be Dakota. Joe will stay put. 5-3 on the putout. But Central Cass will gladly take the run driven in as Dakota comes in to score. And now Eli will handle a run driven in with Cole Holzer coming to the plate. So 8-5 in favor of Central Cass with the Boer, as this one's going to be popped up and playable. Metzger calls everybody off. He does on one pitch to Holzer, and that'll retire this side. But for the Central Cass Squirrels, they score 3 runs on 3 hits. There was no errors and a runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning with a new score. The Squirrels plate 3 o'clock in the top half of the 7th. Northern Cass down to their final 3 outs. In the bottom of the 7th, we return on your live event.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
There's more at 104. Hillsboro, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsboro and see why there's more at 104.
Bottom of the 7th inning, we go. Carter Maggio, as you have this one in the dirt now, 1-0 on the way. So Clement comes up to the plate here today with a single, a sacrifice fly, and a ground out. 2 runs driven in so far here for Sam Maggio with the pitch. Carter will see this one miss out of the zone at 2-0. Hill and then Carter waits and due up next. Northern Cass with a leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 7th. Maggio out of the zone now, 3-0, and you got to think here for Clement coming up. Will be taking here with a 3-0 count with Maggio on the mound. Here's the pitch from Carter. In there for a strike, now 3-1. So the Squirrels score 5 in the 5th, 3 here in the 7th for their 8 runs on our Bank North scoreboard. The pitch, this one jammed him, popped up, out of play. That one will be out of the zone now at 3-2. Starting to see a little bit of the shadows making their way through here in our camera view from straightaway center here at Hendrickson. There's a crowd behind home plate. Well, they brought their blankets down to Enderlin here tonight. Here's the 3-2 offering from Maggio. This is going to be jammed, popped up to the third baseman. Eli Boer calls everybody off, and that'll be the out. Now 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jackson Hill 0 for 2 today with a hit-by pitch and a pair of strikeouts. And after Jackson Hill again, it goes to Carter Wadeson. There's the pitch. Swung on and missed, now 0-1. So the Northern Cass Jaguars down to their final 2 outs. Central Cass trying to pull what Oak Grove did earlier today. Here's the 0-1 offering. That misses for a ball at 1-1, and that's win 2 games here to get to the semifinals on Saturday. Here's the 1 ball, 1 strike offering. Swung on and missed. Now it's going to be 1-2. And for Maggio right now, working ahead in the count, shakes off his catcher Mitchell. Now the 1-2 pitch. This one fouled back, and we'll handle it at 1-2. So chance here for Central Cass to get to the semifinals in a spot that they were at last season. Northern Cass wants to avoid what they had to do. Was come back through the losers bracket, but they made it to that championship game a season ago after falling in this particular round, also as a number 2 overall seed. The only difference this year, Central Cass is the 3 instead of the 1 seeded team. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way to Hill. This is going to be a fly ball. That's got some legs to it to left field, and the left fielder has enough room to make the catch with Broughton. In most ballparks, that's more than likely a home run, but here in Enderlin, where it continues to jet out to 370, that's just a loud out, number 2. A line drive shot for Hill. He hit it on the screws. Now it's Carter Wadeson. Wadeson 0 for 3 today as the Jags are down to their final out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Maggio looks in, and the pitch. This one going to be foul back. Now it'll be 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike on the way. Carter Maggio trying to work 3 innings here in relief. This one will miss for a ball, 1-1. So far, just 1 hit against, 3 walks. 4 strikeouts here for Maggio in 2 2/3 innings. The pitch not going through will be a ball, now at 2-1. After Wadeson, it's Carter Westland due up next for Northern Cass. They want to find a way to bring Chris Hoyland to the plate, as there'll be 2 runners on. This is going to be a hit on a line in front of the left fielder in Broughton, and a 2-out base knock here for Carter Wadeson. And now it's Carter Westland. So Westland will step up, as we mentioned, trying to get Hoyland to the plate, because that means the game-tying run will come up here for Northern Cass. Holzer holding the runner on at first here with Wadeson. Maggio will look in. And the pitch. This will miss outside at 1-0. Runner at first base is Wadeson. Here's the 1-0 from Maggio. That'll be in there for a strike at 1-1, and Maggio really not paying too much attention to Wadeson right now, which makes sense, as you're just focusing on trying to get this final out of the contest. The 1-1 pitch. This one will run in for a strike now at 1-2, Westland. And we saw that one coming in a little bit. And the Jags are down to their final strike. Maggio with the 1-2 offering to Westland. That'll be low for a ball at 2-2. Still to come on our post-game show. The final box score in this one. We'll recap what happened here today in Enderlin and more. But the 2-2 pitch from Maggio upcoming. This is going to be fisted in the air to Cottervig at second. And the Central Cass Squirrels hold on for an 8-5 victory here in this contest. Line drive to the second baseman, and Maggio goes 3 innings in relief here for the Central Cass Squirrels, and he will pick up the win as well here for Central Cass. So Maggio picks up the win. Metzger picks up the loss. Coming up on our post-game show, we'll get to our players of the game. We'll hear from the particular winning players as well and more. That's all still to come. Coming up next here on YourLiveEvent.com here from Enderlin.
The Kindred Public School District looks to collaboratively cultivate an environment that challenges learners to reach their full potential in a student-centered, community-supported environment while building authentic relationships that promotes active engagement in learning, literacy, and life. Kindred Public Schools' mission is to educate, prepare, and maximize student potential. Kindred Public School District, student-centered, community-supported. For more info about upcoming school events and news, go online to kindred.k12.us.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. Dakota Heritage Bank is a bank on the go and on the grow, with locations in Hunter, Hope, Galesburg, Hillsborough, Grandin, Gackle, Streeter, Judd, Harvey, Medina, and Red Lake Falls. More locations and more services. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking and online banking with bill pay, so you can bank anytime, anywhere. Stop in and visit Dakota Heritage Bank today. Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. dhbanknd.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Watch the 2023 North Dakota Shrine Bowl in conjunction with Three Borders Sports Network in your live event on Saturday, June 24th in Mayville.
You look to the left, and a nice little screen over on the near side. Getting away is Nelson down inside the 20, and he might score. He does. Down inside the end zone, and it's a 37-yard touchdown.
The 11-man game kicks off at 4 with the 9-man game to follow at 7. It's the Shrine Bowl with Three Borders Sports Network and yourliveevent.com. Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Join us here on our post-game show, part of our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game in this one. Carter Maggio will also hear from Mr. Mitchell as well. But Carter, let's just talk about this back and forth kind of a game. After 10-run ruling Enderlin, you know you had about a half hour to get ready for a quality ball club here in Northern Cass. Able to come out, you fall behind early, but what was working for you in the top of the fifth inning offensively where, you know what, yeah, you took advantage of a couple errors, but still able to get a hit, a handful of walks, and obviously, at the end of the day, anywhere you can score 5 runs in postseason baseball probably means a lot for your team.
Yeah, it means everything. We for sure did not get down on ourselves. We were fueled by energy, and we were able to put a couple together there, and that was great.
Hey, Reggie, let's check the camera as it's popping up here quick as we'll let that get locked in. And as we continue here with Carter. Carter, take us through. You're tied going into the 7th inning after Northern Cass scores 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th, goose eggs in the 6th, and then all of a sudden your teammate here, Mitchell, comes up to the plate. He falls behind in the count, 0-2, works it to a full count. When you saw that one off the bat, what did you hear and what were you thinking when that game, all of a sudden that ball jetted out to left field?
That was crazy. I'll never forget that moment for sure. He smoked that ball. Got out in a hurry for sure, and didn't get very high, but got out in a hurry.
And then at the end of the day, when you come on here, I know Owen Cates, 73 pitches, 4 innings of work, but you had to come on with bases loaded, and you were able to minimize the damage where they left the bases loaded a second time in the game. What were you just kind of coming on the mound? What were you thinking at that particular time with where the game was at?
Yeah, I was thinking Owens pitched good the whole season. He pitched a great game so far. Finish it out for him. That's what I was thinking.
And then this team gets to play Oak Grove on Saturday. What was it about this squad to win 2 games here in Enderlin and get back to the region semifinals for another year for this program?
Feels great to finally put something together. I feel like we've been a little bit spotty the whole year, but feels great to get 2 wins and be moving on.
Hey, Carter, thanks so much for your time. We'll see you tomorrow, on Saturday morning for a little brunch and baseball.
Thank you.
Carter Maggio joining us here as he'll hand the handsets off here to Braden Mitchell, as Braden was able to get 3 hits here today and then the big 2-run homer as well. Braden, just first and foremost, take us through that particular hit. You were down 0-2 in the count, able to work it full. What were you seeing there against Metzger? What were you looking for to launch one to left field there?
First started out, props to Sam getting on, getting momentum, making me feel good. And then First one, I took a daddy hack, whiffed, and then learned I can't bunt, whiff that on a curveball, so tried to fight back, and I got a pitch.
You got a pitch here, made it to 7-5, and then ultimately you score another run a little bit later on as well to make it 8-5. What was this game like? Just take us through the momentum and kind of the roller coaster of a postseason baseball game where you're down a couple runs and all of a sudden you get the lead. They come back and tie it at 5-5. What was this game like as a player?
Today definitely felt different from the season. Felt pretty slow all season long. Not really big momentum drives and innings and runs scored, so it was got me happy getting some runs and actually getting the bats and everything going.
And then in this contest, what were you seeing from both Owen and Carter on the mound just to minimize the damage at particular times? The most runs Northern Cass scored in an inning was 3 in the 5th to tie it up at 5-5. But what did you see from those guys when it was crunch time, bases loaded twice, that they were able to minimize the damage both in the 1st and the 5th inning?
Yep. Owen, we always rely on getting strikes. I knew he was going to get them over. We got to make plays for him. And Maj, not going to lie, is starting a little slower than last year, but that's our guy today, and he definitely mowed down and helped us out today.
Final thing for you before we let you go. What does it mean for this? Same thing that I asked Carter for you. What does it mean to get back to the semifinals another year here, wearing the Squirrels uniform and for this program?
Yeah, well, first year in the varsity jersey after transferring, so it's fun. I'm liking it a lot. I'm happy we're getting her figured out.
Hey, Carter, thanks so much for your time, and best of luck moving forward again with Braden and Carter here at Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. Braden, we'll see you on Saturday morning.
Yep, thank you.
We'll continue here after this on our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. Again, Carter Maggio and Braden Mitchell here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
As we come back here on our post-game show, let's get to some of the finals in this one. First is our Energy Players of the Game, the 1-2 combination again of Braden Mitchell here for Central Cass and Carter Maggio. Mitchell was able to go 3 for 4 from the plate with 2 singles, a 2-run homer in the 7th. That made it 7-5 Squirrels. 3 hits with 3 runs driven in as well on the way here for Mitchell, as Central Cass was able to pick up the win. Mitchell with an RBI that made it 4-2 at that particular moment back in the 5th inning as well. Then Carter Maggio with a walk at the plate today, but comes in relief, picks up the win, going 3 innings, 2 hits against, 3 walks and 4 strikeouts with 0 runs here for Carter Maggio and the Central Cass Squirrels. Those two are Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. Now to our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the contest. Well, it's a little bit of a twofer, one for Central Cass to minimize the damage in the first when Northern Cass had the bases loaded with Metzger, Osi, and also Huzar. You had a walk, a single, and then Sam Clement was able to come up to the plate. He delivered an RBI single to score Metzger, but then a strikeout of Hill and a flyout with Waits into Dakota in center. At that particular time, minimizing damage just to 1. And then also in the 5th inning, Northern Cass does score 3 runs in the 5th. They walked the bases loaded to start. Trey Huzar with a walk to come in and score was Metzger. A sacrifice fly with Sam Clement there to make it 2 runs to come in. Then a hit by pitch with Jackson Hill would then allow the bases to be loaded again. A strikeout with Waitson with Maggio, a bases-loaded walk with Westland on 5 pitches, and a strikeout by Hoyland after it. They gave up no hits, 3 runs, no errors, but they left 3 runners on base. They, again, the big word was minimize the damage when they did give up a run or 2 here in this game. And then the big hit, obviously, by Mitchell just to whip it around. And he mentioned, Sam Convervey got on with the hit by pitch, and then Mitchell was able to see it work in the count. 3-2, hit one to left, and that was the game-winning knock here for the Central Cass Squirrels. That is our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the contest here in this one. Contact the fine folks at RDK Enterprises in Hillsboro and Drayton. Go to planterdoc.com. They wish you a safe spring in the field when you're traveling out there as you finish up your spring planting. If you need more information, again, go online to planterdoc.com. RDK Enterprises is here to help you in the field. So the final box score here in this one, Central Cass 8 runs on 6 hits, 1 error committed with 6 runners left on base. Northern Cass 5 runs on 5 hits. They committed 3 errors all in the 5th inning with 8 runners left on base. And a ball game that goes 2 hours on the nose here from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin. For Logan Broughton, he was able to have a run scored back in the 5th inning, goes 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. As Sam Convervig here today would finish 0 for 3 with 2 runs scored and a hit by pitch in the 7th. We mentioned Mitchell's numbers already. Carter Maggio 0 for 1 with a walk. Carter Dakota in this contest with a single, 1 of 4 today with a stolen base and a run scored. Joe Shoemaker was able to go from the plate today, 1 of 4 with a run scored as well. Eli Boer hit by a pitch twice with a run scored in the 5th inning and an RBI. Holzer with a sacrifice bunt in the 5th. He goes 0 for 3 today. Mason Bussey, productive in the number 9 hole, reaches base twice with a walk back in the 3rd inning. Northern Cass Metzger here today with 2 walks, reach base on an error, 2 runs scored, and a strikeout. Officially 0 for 2. OC today in this one with a single back in the 1st inning, a walk with a run scored and a stolen base in the 5th. He goes 1 of 3. Keegan Neva with the solo home run, able to reach base 3 times with the walk, a single. He eventually goes 2 of 3 today with 2 runs scored. Trey Huzar will handle the single, a walk, goes 1 of 3. Sam Clement will end up with the sacrifice fly and an RBI in the 1st inning as well with 2 runs driven in and a base knock. Jackson Hill goes 0 for 3 from the plate, reach base on a hit by a pitch. Carter Waitson goes 1 of 4 with a single. Carter Westland goes 0 for 3 with the bases loaded walk, and Chris Hoyland 0 for 3. Owen Cates, 4 innings of work, 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Maggio, 3 innings of work, 2 hits, 3 walks, and 4 Ks. Trey Huzar, 4 and a 3rd inning, goes 77 pitches, 5 runs, 2 hits. Those runs were unearned, 5 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And Metzger in this one would end up going 2 2/3 innings of work here for the Northern Cass Jaguars, and picks up the loss here for Northern Cass against Central Cass. So the Jags fall to 11-6 on the season. Central Cass improves to 10-6. Here's what's to come on your live events on a Saturday here from Hendrickson Field in Enderlin. The number 5 seed Fargo Oak Grove Grovers goes up against the number 3 seed in the Central Cass Squirrels at 11 a.m. in the morning in the semifinals. Winner advances to championship game number 1 on Monday. Loser will go to a loser out game on Monday. But regardless, Oak Grove and Central Cass, they know they're playing on Monday, regardless of a win or loss upcoming here on Saturday. Then 3 straight elimination games. It starts with Oaks and Northern Cass at 1 o'clock. The winner of that game will play the winner of Kindred Richland and Enderlin at 3. And the winner of those 2 contests, again, will play each other at 5 for our final game on Saturday in our 3rd straight elimination game. So that's what's coming up on Saturday. Monday will be another elimination game at 5 with championship game number 1 to follow. And then, if needed, a championship game would be on Tuesday. So that is a recap of what happened earlier today here as well. And what's a look ahead? Oak Grove 3-2 win over Oaks, a 5-3 win over Kindred Richland, Central Cass 17-7 and 5 over Enderlin, and then a final here in this contest 8-5 over Northern Cass for the Central Cass Squirrels. On behalf of all of our sponsors and Reggie Funk, I'm Chase Miller, repeating tonight's final here in Enderlin. The Central Cass Squirrels pick up the win 8-5, and they will play on Saturday morning here in Enderlin. Until then, go to yourliveevent.com and join us for more softball and baseball action on Saturday here on Your Live Event.